So we will continue to fight the war against terrorism. We will continue to protect the world, the citizens of the world. We will continue to promote global peace and to ensure global peace through countering these terrorists, the Fitna al-Khawarij, which is trying to impose their own ideology in certain areas and is trying to, through acts of violence, through use of force, trying to spill blood of innocent civilians and of army personnel. We will continue to fight this war. This Pahalgam episode, to me, seems like a distraction because we were gaining a lot of success in our western regions against these terrorists. Every other day, you hear of successful operations, you hear of our armed forces gaining a lot of success against these terrorists. And this could have been a distraction because this story doesn't make sense. The Pahalgam area is more than 150 kilometers away from the line of control. And why pin the blame on Pakistan? Do you have credible evidence? Do you have verifiable evidence? Do you have any argument which is substantiated by evidence or by proof? And why is it that the first information report, which is a prerequisite for any criminal investigation, it was registered in the Pahalgam police station just 10 minutes after the incident? Is it possible for any investigating agency to register a first information report, an FIR, 10 minutes after an incident has taken place? Because for an FIR to be lodged, there has to be visit of the area, evidence needs to be collected, there has to be a complete scanning of the area, forensics take place, and there is usually a time lag between the occurrence and the registration of an FIR. So why is it that right after 10 minutes an FIR is registered and the blame is put on Pakistan and it is said that it has been sponsored from across the border? The reason that we have called for an independent, impartial and transparent inquiry is because our hands are clean. How can a state which is the frontline state in the war against terrorism be responsible for such events? So I think our eastern neighbor was quick to jump to conclusions, and this false FIR episode actually proves my point that somehow they had preconceived notions about this incident, and maybe the purpose was to pin the blame on Pakistan. And Pakistan being a responsible state, Pakistan being a peaceful state, Pakistan being desirous of world peace, we've had very good relations with all other neighbors. We have very good alliances globally. We're a responsible member of the UN Security Council. And let me also reiterate that Pakistan has got majority of votes when it got elected as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. We received an overwhelming majority of votes to be elected to that position. And why is it that the Indian state-sponsored terrorism, we have credible evidence of India's involvement in Balochistan, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in harboring, funding these terrorists, in supporting these terrorists, and their extremist ideology through which they are encouraging their people to attack our foreign missions. A very unfortunate incident took place in London. Our High Commission was attacked twice. Stones were pelted. And the people who are responsible are being sponsored by the Indian state and the Indian agencies. And it's very easy to counter a handful of people. But we are peaceful people. But whatever they did, and arrests were made by the London Metropolitan Police, those people have been apprehended. But that is the kind of mindset that the Indian state has of attacking foreign missions in a foreign country. If you can kill people internationally in Canada and US, then nothing will stop you from attacking a few foreign missions. But let me reiterate, they shouldn't at all mistake our words for our weakness. Pakistan has always defended itself. Pakistan will always defend itself. Pakistan has the capacity to respond effectively, like we did in the aftermath of the Pulwama incident, in the aftermath of the Pahalgam. And we are good hosts, so we also served a very fantastic cup of tea on the way out. So my point is that Pakistan has the capacity and the capability of defending itself very well. And we've been tested in the past, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we've passed with flying colors. And our enemy has always regretted taking the steps that it did take in the past. So we are capable, we are ready to counter any misadventure with full force and might. But why is it that India sponsors terrorism and then plays a victim of terrorism? How is it possible? Have we not laid down 90,000 lives in this war on terror? Are we still not giving sacrifices every single day? Is the state of Pakistan not going out of its way to eradicate terrorism, not only in Pakistan, but for the sake of world peace? Yes, we are. Then how come an incident takes place after which a few videos were shared? Now my question is, there are voices of dissent within India. People are asking questions from the Modi government that how come these dead bodies were not picked up on time, and how come people were led to bleed to death on the spot. I was seeing an interview of one of the sisters of one of the victims, and she said that my brother was not given first aid after the incident. And why is it that a photo shoot takes place and nobody is actually coming to the aid of that man to check his vital signs if he's still alive? And then how come a video of a couple was shared which was attributed to the naval officer who's been killed in this incident, and then that couple actually came on the media and said, you know, this is us, this is not that couple which has suffered in this incident. So why is there a need to use all these measures? So anyone with some intellect can actually see that all these fake videos which are being flooded on social media, all this narrative that is being built, it is being built on very false premise. And the actual target to divert Pakistan's attention from the western region. And I think, like in the aftermath of Pulwama, they took away Kashmir's special status. Now people in Kashmir have been settled there since times immemorial. The indigenous people of Kashmir are being made to suffer the wrath of the Indian state. Houses are being demolished. People are being picked up and detained. Women and children are being subjected to torture. In the garb of this incident, the innocent Kashmiris are suffering once again. And we will and we shall continue to support the right of the Kashmiri people according to the UN resolutions to self-determination. Morally, politically, diplomatically, we shall continue to do so, because that is an indigenous movement. The people want their rights. They are being denied their fundamental rights. And right after this incident, the atrocities that are taking place in Kashmir, they're the worst kind of atrocities that you can imagine.
ये वफाकी वज़ीर की गुफ्तगू आपने सुनी। मज़ीद हम खबरें भी आपको देंगे, लेकिन एक ब्रेक के बाद।